Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is the standard Gundam. I am using a beam rifle that's the standard beam rifle, which is a couple of levels down because I've never bothered to get any higher ones, because when you had the beam rifle with super napalm, why would you? Well, now that there's been a patch, the answer to why would you is because this beam rifle now charges in 2 seconds. So that brings it in line with kind of the Gundam Alex beam rifle, and also I feel like the the G3's beam rifle charges similarly quickly. So yeah, it's definitely a welcome change, and also helps further differentiate the Gundam from the Gelgoog, which I feel like the Gelgoog had the edge there previously in standard beam rifles, because it did a lot more damage for about the same charge time. Now the Gundam does less damage but has a much lower charge time, so yeah, variety. I am also using the Gundam hammer, which I do not ordinarily do. But hey, bonk. I do a pretty good job with it this round too. I don't usually, as I've said, because it's got an odd attack pattern and I'm bad at using it. And luckily that J-Gun did not get stunned by my beam rifle shot. But yeah. Okay, that's good. And my rifle's back in blue, which means I can swing it without, swing it. Yeah, swing the rifle, Rob. No, I can fire it without overheating. I think I overheated it this time, but I got the... no, not quite. And there's somebody to my left, which I didn't notice until I was dodging to the left. Overheated rifle, destroyed my shield. I managed to bonk them with the hammer again, and... let's see, tried to get another swing off, did not do it. This is what usually happens to me with the hammer. Faster melee weapons do me in. Oh, that was a Night Seeker V. But in the time I was on the ground, my rifle cooled down, so I have some options. Let's see, Hyzak Custom got stunned just as I was trying to fire on it. Managed to evade its shot. I overheated my rifle, big swing, connected. Nice. And yeah, connecting with the big swing is the hardest part as far as I'm concerned. Ranging that is difficult. Somebody got the kill, I think, or no, just did damage, but I didn't land my shot quite. Tried to get the tackle, or the counter off, didn't manage that. I think they'll get the kill, and that's fine. And I get an assist. And here's a target over here, which is Zero Shiki, which is dead. And yeah, like I said, good round for the hammer for me. And I am just, so far staying alive fairly well as well. As I mentioned a couple videos ago, I believe it was, here's probably one of my favorite things all around. Pilot kill, 8,000 damage to someone with 300 hit points. But, as I mentioned a couple of videos ago, I think this is the 500 point Gundam, might be 550. And yeah, I think it is 550, and yeah, it is a good time to fall back, but I'm not that bright. And I built this for defense, which it has enough slots, you can do that. You can do some good, you can do a good defensive build on this. Yeah, now I'm going to pull back because they have all spawned in, and it is bad for me to be in this deep. But I'd really love to kill that Hyzak Custom on my way out. Unfortunately, somebody was using it, or it was using someone as a shield, but tagged it there. Vulcans? Nope, somebody else got the kill, and now I am in way too deep. But I got the bonk, and now that I've gotten the bonk, I'm going to start backing off like they told me to, finally. But not that far. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna try and keep the pressure on because we are doing really well. Somebody is down there at point E. Was thinking about trying to get a second pilot kill, but I think it's more important that we just back off and don't get hit by the support fire. Now I'm finally retreating. I've still got 8,000 hit points, which for as much punishment as I've taken, I'd say is pretty good. But yeah, you can manage a good defensive build on the Gundam, as I said. Especially at the higher levels where it has a bunch of slots. So I really ought to try this with the high mobility Gelgoog as well, because that's available at 650. That should have a ton of slots at that cost, and managed to shift out of the way of that Night Seeker Space V. And just tagged it once in the legs, tried to tag it twice, missed, overheated. But yeah, it's the new rifle parameters for the Gundam, very nice. 7,400 damage, very nice. Almost as much as a pilot, but it had a larger hit point pool to deal with, so. But if I can tag it again, since it is a raid, I may be able to finish it. We'll see what happens, but also there's a Methus here that I need to be thinking about. Ow, that's why. It did I think it did over 1,000 damage with one bazooka shell. The other one missed me. Kind of trying to bait out that Hyzak custom, because if it misses me, I can follow up. But luckily, Nightseeker stuck its nose out, so I can chop it off, hopefully. Doing some good maneuvering, didn't get anywhere near it, and the Methus took the opportunity to get behind me. This team's working well together, I'll give them that. But yeah, again, just the only thing that's really saving me is I think I had really good ballistic defense in particular. Nightseeker finally got me with the Sea Serpent, and yeah, so, oh no, the Hyzak Custom got me with the machine gun while it was trying to serpent me. Okay, that's fine, but yeah, it probably is time to fall back, especially since there's only 2 of us. One of them is a J-gun, which is advancing on the enemy, it looks like. Number 1 is a little bit surrounded. I'm going to get in there as soon as I can. Trying to figure out where to best to drop in from, and I'll probably settle on F. Or maybe D. Yeah, again, just could not figure it out. And this is as good a spot as any, but yeah, now it's time to break out of this corner before we get pinned down. And there is the Methus, which beams. Nope, not quite. Sometimes I can land that shot, but not this time. And let's see. Yep, now we can start pushing again. It seems to be 3 on 3, so not favorable, but, you know, decent. And tagged that Gaz R and killed it. So, yeah, again, some of the best hammer work I've ever done. So, I feel like I got good with the hammer once before, and then I had some off rounds where it was not working for me, and I just stopped again, and didn't have a lot of occasion to play the Gundam after that. So it's good to be getting back into hammering. So let's see, about 1 minute and 15 left. We've got a decent but not commanding lead, and just trying not to overheat the rifle if I can help it. Sometimes when the rifle is, you know, ready to overheat, you just have to take the shot, I feel like. Big swing, tagged it, did not get the knockdown, got the damage. Which of the 2 is the one I'd want, so hey, overheated, and now the Zero Shiki is going to use its overall better mobility to just manage to confound me for pretty much the rest of the round. Ultimately, I can kill it if I just, if I just take my shots a little more carefully than I'm doing. I just got hit with the bird lime. It didn't stun me. It did slow me down, which means it has even more of a mobility edge. But I realized I have a bunch of hit points and really good defense, so I have a lot fewer hit points now, but you get the idea. Unfortunately, while I was sidetracked with this, they managed to take over our lead, and yeah, there's another shot that almost killed Vulcan's trying to Vulcan, and that was done. That was out too. Finally got the kill, and then I looked at the score, and yeah, I let myself get sidetracked and get separated from the team, and it did not work out for us. But you know, yeah. So I sent sorry, because yeah, if I'd stayed with the team, probably would have been a lot better off. Especially since there's somebody on that roof to the right. I just noticed that we probably could have killed in time. Dang. But, you know, despite the fact that it was a close loss, I swept the board, 3,500 out of 9,600, 648 assists, 85,000 damage. Yeah, beam rifle is good now, and hey, I forgot Golion was on the other team. Nice. And yeah, beam rifle's good now, and the hammer is fun. So, you know, everybody has a Gundam because they give them away like candy, so it's worth looking at again. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more, so till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! Another thing I need to practice with, because they have very similar melee patterns, is the standard Goof's Heat Rod. If I can land this, I can probably land the Heat Rod equally well. And that thing is vicious.